Pay attention there. If the leadership has to be changed, management, change it. Because the intention of Dr. Nkrumah when he set up the state-owned enterprises was not to make losses. The intention was to make profit. If you read Nkrumah's speeches, when he set up those things, it was to make profit. The 7-year development plan was to make profits. So congrats to the Ghana Met. We owe them money. The Ghana Airports Company owes them money. Pay them their money so that they can do more efficient work. Congrats to them. Now, there's something about the truth I want to share with you. There's something about the truth, a quote. Pay attention to, because I always tell you that corruption finds a way to fight back. The truth does not mind being questioned. A lie does not like being challenged. The truth does not mind being questioned. And a lie does not like being challenged. If you are speaking the truth and somebody is asking for further and better particulars, you are not worried. But if you are telling a lie and somebody tries to probe, that is where you feel that the person is actually challenging you and getting on your nerves. And if you listen carefully to the national conversations and you listen carefully to how things are being done, you will know who is telling the truth and who is telling the lie and doesn't want to be challenged. You will know. Yesterday, I went back to reading Honorable Ken Jirase's book. My name is in the book. He gave me a complimentary copy. I launched it. I helped to launch it. Speaker Bagbin and Dr. Kofa Segbefian and a host of other distinguished Ghanaians were there. Now, in this book, he took time to write about the Volta River Authority. He wrote about the creation of the dam. He wrote about the economic impact. He wrote about the future. So I am not surprised that what is happening out there, what is happening out there with the spillage, and the VRA cannot say to us that what is happening out there is controlled spillage. What is happening out there is not controlled spillage. Yesterday I told you, look at the front page of the Daily Statesman. I told you that our president decided to travel at a time when his people are being carried away or washed away by water. And I told you that he will make a very fine speech out there. He says, support ECOWAS in terrorism fight. It's beautiful. He's urging the top nations, UK, US, is telling them to support. So if he's not talking about reparation, he's talking about supporting something. He speaks nice out there. Mr. President, your backyard, people are sinking away. Show me some of the images. And yesterday, my friends from Nadbo around the Mepe area, they sent me. So for a moment, I thought that they were on the river. For a moment, I thought that they were on the river. For a moment. This is not the river. These are people's homes. You have water all the way up to lintel level, some right in the middle of the entire structure. These are people's homes. These are people's homes. Elsewhere, we would have declared a state of emergency around there. Elsewhere, people's homes. And all you hear, they have to move to higher grounds. They have to move to higher grounds. That is all you hear. NADMO is trying, but I've told you, this goes beyond NADMO. And I'm trying to connect what's happening there to what the people at Tetegu experienced and continue to experience each time there's a spillage. So they'll tell you that, oh, we have to do the spillage because if we don't undertake the spillage, the integrity of the dam will be destroyed. Agree. But when you are going to preserve the integrity of the dam, because we understand that if the dam goes off, the consequences may be worse, will be worse than what we are seeing. It is also important for us to have, that conversation with the people properly. Because I understand that you try to do some stimulation and the people push back because for a long time they have not experienced this. That means that your communication did not go down well. So you had to go back. Is it the case that the Volta Lake is silted? It has to be dredged? Because that's the concern around the Tetegu area too, with Ghana Water. When was the last time any serious dredging happened on the Volta Lake? or in the Volta Lake? When was the last time? Now, let's read Honorable Ken Jirase's book, page 19 of the book. He says, Down the Forgotten River. That's chapter 3. One of the last paragraphs says, where the dog owner is in charge, like how VRA is in charge of regulating the flow of the regime of the Volta. And he lets loose the dog, whether intentionally or through circumstances beyond his control, and the dog leaves its master's control and causes harm to the bystander. The dog owner cannot hide behind his having made diligent efforts to avoid the attack as an excuse to escape liability in respect of the dog's action. He says, where the dog owner is in charge, like how VRA is in charge of regulating the flow of the regime of the Volta, and he lets loose the dog, whether intentionally or through circumstances beyond his control, and the dog leaves its master's control and causes harm to a bystander, the dog owner cannot hide behind his having made diligent efforts to avoid the attack as an excuse to escape liability in respect of the dog's action. And he puts it well, he says VRA had in the past argued that if it is to compensate the lower Volta communities appropriately, it would have to pass on these extra costs of operating the dam to the ultimate consumer, resulting in a hike in electricity tariffs. That has been their excuse. Now, take me to Waterfront, Mr. Jirase's property. Show me what the Waterfront place, Cisneros, all those, Holy Trinity. Show me what it looked like. The before, 6 years before. Show me what it looked like. Waterfront. Now, Mr. Jirase is threatening class action against VRA. He will mobilize others to go and sue VRA. So this was what it looked like. Waterfront, beautiful place. Look at it very well. I'll show you what it has become now as we speak because of the spillage. Human beings could stand there, right? Human beings could stand there. You could see the trees and all of that. I said, show me after, before and after, what it looks like. There's an after where people are, it's become like a fishing space where people are using canoes. We'll find that. Oliver, you would have to push that in. We'll find that. There's a blue, ceiling after. And the people are using canoes there. You see coconut trees. It's there. And the painful part is that we are now learning that the mortuary at Komboni will have to relocate the bodies to Accra because the water is getting closer and closer and closer. So they have to bring the bodies back. And you know that in our villages, you have the cemeteries in the towns or just before you enter the town, sometimes just when you're exiting the town and crossing over into another town or another village. Now the water is all over the place. Are we thinking of the public health concern? That these cemeteries could have the water go there and the same water will be flowing around the place. Beautiful. That is, you see where the man swimming, where the man is using a canoe. That used to be where Waterfront is. This is it. So they are standing up about 6-7 feet higher and watching somebody with a canoe. See the coconut trees I showed you, they have all been submerged. So the public health concern is important to me. Water goes into the cemetery. People have been buried there. Sorry if you're having breakfast. The bodies are now decomposing or rotting. It washes it and it brings it here. And you know that in most of the villages, they still use their dugouts or pit latrines. So water has gone there too. Forgive me if you're having breakfast. And washed it. And people will be walking through them. And people are, so the cholera, the typhoid, and other diseases. Has the Ghana Health Service spoken about it? Has our Minister for Health thought about it? Has our National Security Minister said anything about it? What is our plan? This is what Waterfront looks like now. I showed you a bare place. Now that's a volleyball net, right? Something have to be done, and the painful part is where you don't see the fellow feeling. The fellow feeling. Yesterday I saw something. I don't know if it's true, and I don't want to believe ever that it is true. That somebody within the MPP is suggesting that they don't vote for you in the voter register, so they should go and call the people they vote for to come and save them. And I cringed. I said, this had better not been true. It had better not be true. Somebody had said that. Is that the reason when the Ketu South and Rogan area got the tidal wave issue, no major person in government went there? Is that the case? Now look at the extent of the damage. We must bring the VRA in to properly compensate these families. I showed you the homes. Buildings are collapsing with careless abandon. Why are we like that? Why are we so wicked? Why are we so wicked? Why? Why are we so wicked? Why? When the tidal waves hit, it was the same attitude we had. We even promised them that we're going to look for money immediately to do the sea defense wall. Immediately we said that. It happened for more than a week. NADMO was not giving them anything. He said we're doing assessment. Yeah. So the people there, what have they done? What wrong have they committed? I want to understand. What wrong have they committed that there's the fellow feeling, the sense of duty, the duty of care is not going to them? What have they done? Then you have tags break into a TV station. Chairman Stephen Ntim, fine gentleman. I have known him since I was a little boy, St. Joseph Anglican Church, Kaneshi. He used to come around. Fine gentleman. Now he has been put through a mess. Listen to him. Listen to Chairman Stephen Ntim. Listen to him. He's apologizing for the boys.
Assembly this year na efa menkwara no bi eho any station any Ghana phone na chief phone so affected
3FM Sunrise
na because me trafia na ma fan say enwa be resolve ne ho a na entwe
Johnny's
right baya the party na anemu New Patriotic Party the one our friend MPP no the party na anemu bijina yem president ana adodan kwa kufa anemu ane other national officers omo come home my dey run a party sana on my own behalf me ankasa nso so say as national chairman Nyamransen bi a CEO station ha free party ni mapa na antwa yi no because me trafia say enwa be resolve ne ho na mesuma mo as national chairman na be baya the party na nemu the chopa in Kabia P7 management UTV media nankasa Delta media and the Ghana phone na
so that's Chairman Stephen Ntim, fine gentleman, fine business magnate. And you see, you look at the General Secretary of the MPP too, the gentleman, very calm disposition. But, Chairman, you have apologized. I would have wished that you brought those people who went in there, broke in, deputy regional organizer, this person, that person, you would have brought them in there, including those who call, what do you call it, who call the program useless program. You would have brought them in to stand behind you, Mr. Chairman, to apologize. Because now what you have done looks like you are using your influence to apologize, but you're also shielding them and encouraging them. And you see, you will not break into a studio, Mr. Chairman. But those people had followers, including those you are blocking our property. So they are the ones down there who will go and foment trouble in future because they see it as an endorsement to misbehave. We couldn't do Facebook Live today because there was a technical challenge. But we will rectify it so that Monday will give you. But I'll leave you here. In the next 10 minutes, 055-924-2717. 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. We are on X, but you can call me right now. Community issues. Have a good morning.
Water is life. Water gives life. Water moves through nature in a never-ending cycle. Observe the beauty of water as it flows all around us, refreshing and restoring. Gaze in wonder at the stillness and beauty of nature. There's harmony in nature everywhere around. Water revitalizes the body and keeps you going strong. Water is life. Water gives life. Drink Awake Purified Drinking Water. One for life. So relax and unwind, and in the calmness of nature, find the rest you desire. For every bottle of Awake you buy, an amount to be donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is said.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to demonstrate to you the superior properties of Flamingo paint as compared to other paint brands on the market. We take equal quantities of Flamingo paint